And the breaking news update that's coming from the sources right inside of Memphis is coming in right now that the forensics just came back and the investigators found the car, the Corvette that Moneybagg Yo and Black Youngster were seen in. And the same one that 007 seen Black Youngster run across the Family Dollar parking lot and jump inside. That car was actually parked at the churches across the street, and that's where everybody was coming to see. You got to understand that it was multiple vehicles there. When we first reported, it was 3 cars to look after. Now it's 5, especially the one that just came out, the Lincoln that was driving by that was caught on snapshot. But now check this out, though. This Corvette was actually seen right before the whole incident happened. Like, they were there watching. And, man, everybody was following Dolph that day, man. And the fact that they said that however he got there is so strange, because a lot of the evidence is showing that they actually ended up taking him to the cookie store to Makedas from that town community center, the town hall community center, because that's where they were going to do the turkey drive, but that's where he got snatched up at, threw him in the back of the U-Haul and took him to Makedas. And so while everybody was trying to say that he drove his Corvette there, he drove, because don't forget, Dolph had the C8 Corvette that was with the camo, okay? But look, when you look at the pictures of that parking lot, Dolph's Corvette is actually parked off, like, from the curb a lot, as if he didn't even park it there. It's almost as if somebody, like a tow truck or something, came and dropped it off and didn't want to damage it, so they made sure that the bumper wasn't all up on the curb or anything, like how normal people would park. They'd park with the bumper pretty close up to the curb. But now when you look at it, it's at least 4 feet of a gap from where that bumper is and where the curb is, which is strange. That's why the car is sticking out so far in the back parking lot. And they try to confuse you because Dolph car is camo, but the car from one of the people that actually is watching to see if the hit was successful or not, they also showed up in the Corvette, but their Corvette was white. And you got to understand, these Corvettes are 2-seaters. There's no back seat. So it was just 2 people. That was Moneybagg Yo and Black Youngster in that Corvette. And 007 already seen Black Youngster, and so that means Moneybagg Yo was the one who was driving. And that's why the other people who were right next to the churches at the Shell gas station, they said that they saw that car too, and it didn't have a passenger in it, because that's when Black Youngster was seen running across the Family Dollar parking lot. Man, all these artists are doing some weird, crazy stuff, man, showing up on these crime scenes. It's strange that none of them are going to be able to, like, you know, be able to get away with it, really, because the witness already seen him. So how is he going to be able to get around the fact that he got seen? So that's one thing. And the other thing is that they had to get rid of this car. So don't forget, though, they used the Corvettes from the getaway cars. They use all those in music videos. And so what happened is that you just see it in other people's music video. The same production group, the production agency that shoots Moneybagg Yo videos and Black Youngster's videos, they actually took that car that was seen as like the getaway driver, the watch out, the lookout, that they were staking out the whole scene, right? They took that car and sold it to basically Snoop Bands, because Snoop Bands ended up using that in one of his music videos. And so that's how that's all connected. It's like, why would Snoop Bands buy that car? And he even has some questions to be asked, because Dolph tried to call him that day, apparently, and he was nowhere to be found. So if they had scheduled a video shoot to be at the Makedas cookie shop and Dolph didn't want to go to the Makedas, then they found a way to actually snatch him up and bring him there, because that was the original plan, for Snoop Bands to meet Dolph at the Makedas. That was supposed to be like, if everything went smooth, Dolph would show up there and then they would do what they did once he got there on his own will. But the fact that all the evidence is pointing at the fact that he got snatched up at that Turkey Drive Community Center, that means he was forcibly brought to the cookie shop. And so that's another reason why you just can't trust people, especially the fact that it was supposed to be Young Dolph's own artists that were looking after that entire turkey drive. And when you look at it, once Young Dolph got snatched up and went missing, they went back to their hood with the U-Haul truck, arguing with people like they can't open the back of the truck up. For what reason? They said they ran out of turkeys, but they said the truck is right here. The U-Haul truck should be full of them. And they said, well, we can't open the U-Haul truck right now. It's under service. It's out of service, basically. So they were hiding something in the back of that U-Haul truck. And then for it to be ending up in Makedas in the back, somebody seen it backing into it through the back, a little like way where the delivery people would go from that back door. So but this time the U-Haul truck showed up with all the decals removed. They took all the wrap off. They took the numbers off and everything, even the little sticker that told you that that was a U-Haul from Tennessee. And then they brought it, make it look like it was a delivery truck, because they got orders to fulfill at the grocery stores in town. So they're used to seeing these little vans and delivery trucks pulling up. So that's why they were able to smoothly get away with it. But it was people eating breakfast that morning across the street that seen everything go down hours before this happened. So this wasn't just a spur of the moment random thing like they were trying to tell you. This is some real deep stuff behind it, man. And the hit came from, way up in the food chain, as far as, whoever wanted him to be taken out, man. This was basically how it had to happen, because there's so many hands in play at this. And that's why everybody is constantly trying to figure out, like, the next detail, the next piece, the next thing that's going to crack the story and figure out, shine light on the situation that they're holding from you, the real thing that went down for it to happen the way it happened. And so, after looking back at everything, now that we see it was both sides playing a part in this, and that's how you know that this whole thing is basically a whole setup, pre-planned. Everybody had got together at one point, talked it all out. They decided what plan A, plan B was, and that's how you have all these people in line that took the fall. It's no wonder why they chose Straight Drop, one of the artists that was also seen in Young Dolph videos from before. Like, how is it that the people that ended up being taken down as the quote-unquote hitman end up being some way, somehow involved right back to Dolph? And a lot of people are going to end up saying that Memphis is a small town and everybody knows each other. Yeah, that's very true. But, that's also the downfalls, that everybody does know each other. And so it's so easy to get backdoored out there. So now comment down below what you guys think, if you agree or disagree. Hey, put the dolphin emojis in the chat. Like I said again, condolences to the family and rest in peace to Dolph. But we're going to have to keep continuing on going with the story, because it's a lot more details coming out. A lot of people are speaking out, including a lot of folks that are very, very close to Dolph and that whole entire entourage in Memphis. And so like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tune in for the next video, and I'll catch you there.